Downtown Neighbors from the Jackson Community Foundation, the president and CEO, Monica Moser. Hi, Monica.
Hey Bart, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome back. We were talking about you last week because you manage the Dreammaker Fund.
We do.
And you gave away a ton of money.
Almost $800,000.
Before the show, I was talking to Monica about the Dreammaker Fund, and I thought that they'd spent all the money, but you corrected me.
Yeah, so Eric and Patty Poppy started the Dreammaker Fund, which is called a donor advised fund at the Community Foundation. Mm-hmm. And that very first year, you remember, was the pandemic. And they had really started it and envisioned supporting robotics across the state of Michigan, and then everything happened. So they did just over $1 million in small grants to local businesses and nonprofits, and got that money out by April. Before, if you remember, those first few months of the pandemic, small businesses and small nonprofits really didn't know what to do. And so then they've continued to support the fund every year by making an annual gift. So we were talking about, you thought like all the money was gone, but annually they've made a gift to the fund and harness that money and get it right back out to do good things in our community. So
that's great. So yeah, in 3 years, Eric and Patty Poppy have given over $3 million to the Dreammaker Fund right here in Jackson. That's awesome. Thanks to the Poppies. I know they still own a home on Wolf Lake, so they do get back.
They do. They were just here for the robotics competition, the state competition. And as you know, this whole story is their daughters really were impacted by getting involved in robotics, FIRST Robotics, when they were in high school, and they've both gone on to get their education in engineering. And so they wanted to share that experience with other kids who might not usually get connected. And so this year they did grants to First in Michigan, which is our Michigan organization that helps teams and mentors connect to resources. And but then they also invested locally about $100,000 in the ShopRat Foundation to start to build teams in elementary and middle school, so that by the time kids get to high school, that they can really compete in that state competition, well, regionally, but also at the state and national level. And we had a team go all the way to nationals this year. So the ShopRat Foundation is really working right in the school, right during school time, helping kids get connected to those first robotics experiences. And then the College and Career Access Center is helping get those kids at the high school level connected to the resources to pursue their careers, whatever it is, and help them get connected to the resources to do that. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I see they also supported Bright Walls, their grand finale this year.
Yeah, it's so exciting. So many good things happening. So we're just really fortunate to be a partner with them and help them get that work done. And it is an honor and a pleasure to help them make those dreams come true. The Dreammaker Fund is definitely doing that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much to the Poppies.
Yeah.
We've got some things, evidence of return to the way things were in before times. Are you going to have a gala this year?
We're not. We're going to do something different. Still kind of top secret. Next year is going to be our 75th anniversary. So we're going to take a year off from the traditional gala approach and do something out in the community. So more to hear about that. I'm sure we'll announce something pretty soon.
Top secret, but
top secret.
You'll hear it here first.
Yep. And then, next year we're going to plan something really big.
All right. Well, you're going to have a tough time topping some of the galas you've had over the years.
I know. Well, if you have any ideas, we want to do something really centered in the community where everyone can come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Donor acknowledgement, you do that every year, and you've got, I think, published on your website.
Yeah, so we try to make sure we're as transparent as possible about all the money coming in and all of the money going out. And, last year, $1.7 million went out in grant making across all of the areas. We've grown. Our assets under management are now just over $43 million. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's great. Of course, the stock market the last few weeks
Well,
looking so
we're not going
good.
to talk about that, but it's pretty. Even with that, though, last year our rate of return on our investments was 15.61%.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So good stuff. I mean, our net assets are over 45 million. When I started, we were at about 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! How long have you been there?
So the more I've been there, 11 years.
Oh.
So the more, it's not just about the money in, it's also about the money out, right?
Yeah.
That's where we have the impact. So pretty cool stuff. And then it's scholarship season too. I had Dana pull together some. So if you're a scholarship applicant, you will be getting notification this week.
Hopefully good news.
All of the committees have met. So there'll be some really, really happy folks and some sad folks, but if we had more money, we could get more out. That's always the thing, right?
Well, the good thing is it's not getting wasted, because there have been, I think we've talked over the years where there's certain scholarships that haven't been awarded because there weren't enough applicants.
There are still right now, there are 2 applications still live on our website. One is for single moms and one is for cosmetology. We didn't get any applicants. So
there you go. It'd be a shoo-in.
Yep. Not too late.
Nope.
We'll have 64 scholarship recipients and a lot of money going out. The Meyer and Lois Franklin Scholarship is still working hard too. I think they're going to have about 200. No, maybe not. I think they had 200 applicants. I think they're going to have like over 150 recipients.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And besides scholarships, in the Dreammaker, you just a couple weeks ago, well, maybe it's been a month, the donation by Myrna Burlett that actually several, I guess there were several donations that you facilitate. You're the fund.
Right. So when people have, such a cool story. So Myrna Burlett, if you didn't know her.
Did you know her?
I did get to know her.
I didn't, and I wish I had her over for dinner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. When you read or anything about her or watch a video on YouTube about her career is fascinating.
Yeah.
But she knew she loved the Dahlem Center. She was involved with the Dahlem Center most of her life. And so she knew she wanted to support them after she was gone. And she used the Community Foundation as the place because she knew we had a good team who would invest those dollars. And annually, that $5 million that she gave to us will produce about $250,000 a year for the Dahlem Center to use for their operating. So that is how we can partner with members of the community and with local organizations to do that work. And we've had several. We have another one starting. It's going to be a scholarship for Michigan Center Schools, and it was a family that grew up in that area, and they wanted. So that'll be another press release that will happen soon.
Yeah.
Really cool people who love our community are finding ways to support it when they're here and then after they're gone.
And it really makes a difference. And I know you'll recall it wasn't that long ago that Dahlem was on life support. So the influx of $250,000 a year in perpetuity, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I hope the message that the community gets is that not to stop supporting Dahlem, but to keep supporting them with your time and your talent and your treasure, because now you know they will be around. They're stabilized by this grant. That doesn't mean that they still don't need help.
No.
And that's the story that Ben needs to and has been, but needs to keep telling the community, because I've heard it over and over again. Oh, they just got all that money. They don't need my support anymore. Well, that's not entirely true. You know how nonprofits are, like you said, on life support sometimes. And it has made them stabilized, but that doesn't mean they don't need to grow and still do good things.
Yeah, their budget's a lot bigger than the grant that they get.
And that 2021 donor acknowledgement, so it's not me, and it's not the staff at the foundation, it's the community, right? The people who gave to us, whether through bequest or in real dollars to local nonprofits or to the Community Needs Fund, we just get to facilitate the community helping the community, right? And so it's not us, it's everyone. It's all of those people. And so that's it's just amazing. When you hear people say bad things about Jackson or feel
No, we don't hear that anymore.
it
Our-
is just amazing what we get to what we get to do and help people see happen, like
Yeah.
actualize people's dreams and make dreams come true. It's just amazing.
It is great work, and you need more people to do that. In fact, you have an opening right now. You have
We
a position
do.
to fill. Who is it? Or
We're
what is
looking we're looking for a donor and community relationship builder. Which sounds weird, but it's all about building relationships, right? And we have hundreds of donors, current donors, that we still need to work with, and there are hundreds more out there who could be donors who just need support in figuring out how to harness what they care about and make it into a reality. So we're looking for some help. We're growing. So if you know of anybody, you can just send me your resume and cover letter, and we will interview you and see if it's a good fit.
JacksonCF.org. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. Monica Moser, CEO and president at the Jackson Community Foundation. We like to celebrate birthdays each day on the show, and we will do that next.